Thank you for watching Scary Animal Attacks.
Welcome back to Scary Animal Attacks. Today's episode takes us to the African Serengetti, and specifically to Tsavo East National Park in Kenya. The park creates the biggest protected area in the nation of Kenya and covers 5,308 square miles. The plants of this area are shorter than in other places in Africa. The tallest trees here are Creamy Peacock Flower and Mukau trees. Common bushes in the area include Premna, Orchid Trees and Amaranth bushes. Common animals you can expect to see here include vast herds of waterbucks, lesser kudu and gerenuk, as well as pockets of buffalo, hippos, rhinos, and elephants. The predators of this area include lions, leopards, and crocodiles. This area hosts over 500 recorded bird species with displays and numbers that will dazzle the eyes and numb the imagination. On August 9, 2001, French Olympic running icon Jacky Boxberger was visiting the park with his family. His daughter Ophelia was 13 years old and was excited to see the animals and sights of the park, along with her mother Sylvie Claude. Jacky was a legend back in his home nation of France. He was a mid-distance runner, but not just any mid-distance runner. He represented France in the Olympic Games in 1968, 1972, 1976, and 1984. A knee injury he received during his mandatory military service derailed his running career and had him focusing on other things for his future, like coaching his daughter to follow in his footsteps. As they enjoyed the park, the small family prepared a picnic and set up on a small rise overlooking a winding river crowded with bushes and trees. The wildlife wandered around them, and the immersive experience was undoubtedly a unique treat. As they enjoyed their meal and drinks together, they decided to take a walk along the river to see what animals they could find. There they noticed a huge bull elephant a short distance away. It makes sense that the elephant would be near the river, as they need about 44 gallons of water each day to help them digest the 900 pounds of leaves and tree bark they consume each day. Jacky gathered the family up and crept toward the pachyderm, video camera in hand, hoping to not only get a great view of the beast, but some amazing footage for the family library. Through the brush, they slowly made their way until they were within what Jacky considered good filming distance. The elephant wasn't in the mood for vanity shots, though, and shyly lumbered a short distance away from the people. The three Boxbergers pressed in closer and continually violated the elephant's comfort bubble, if you will. Each time they got closer, the bull would wander a little farther away. This went on until they were about 200 yards from the Boxbergers' picnic site and the relative safety of their vehicle. After one last push into its privacy, the bull elephant turned toward the family and flared its ears in irritation. When Jacky continued to film, instead of heeding its warning, the elephant began to charge after them. With each thunderous step, the bull stirred up dust, and it crashed directly through the thorny bushes between him and the humans. Now, one thing the Boxberger family knew how to do was run. Not only was Jacky a French running legend, but his daughter eventually became one as well. No sooner had the ponderous pachyderm began covering the short distance between the trio, they had begun running away, back toward their picnic area. Running on a track and running across broken ground are two different things. Elephants are known to be able to run up to 25 miles per hour, but African elephants in particular are slower and clock in at 15 miles per hour. But it is said that the average human sprinting speed is only 14.2 miles per hour, and that for a very short distance. Like humans, elephants can run at top speed for very short distances, but they don't have to run around obstacles in their path. They simply run over them. As the family navigated obstacles along their escape route, the elephant plowed through bushes, cracking limbs larger than a man's leg, as if they were made of balsam wood. The elephant wasn't letting up in its pursuit of the humans, and perhaps it was his age, or the possibility that he hadn't stayed in peak running shape, or maybe he lagged behind as a protective buffer between the elephant and his family, but somehow the elephant targeted and caught up with Jacky. After a short and intense pursuit, the elephant wrapped its trunk around Jacky's legs as he ran and lifted him off the ground. It slapped him up against a tree trunk and pulled him away from it. He again slapped Jacky's body against the tree trunk and then threw his crumpled body to the ground at the base of it. Next, the elephant used its massive feet to trample his body until he quit moving. The attack transpired in full view of his wife and daughter. After Jacky was dead, the elephant turned and disappeared into the brush, as a crowd of witnesses gathered hoping to somehow save his life. His body was recovered and a memorial was held for friends and family. There was no record of what happened to the elephant, and it is assumed that authorities did not kill it, as the Boxberger family were invading its space. It is assumed that it acted defensively against a perceived threat. Ophelia went on to be a great French track star and competed internationally for many years. She's in her early 30s now and has a few brothers and sisters with whom she shares her father's memory. After compiling the information surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions. Do you find it ironic that Jacky spent his running career competing against athletes from Kenya, but was eventually killed by a Kenyan animal in a Kenyan national park? Do you think the Boxbergers were asking for it by invading the bull's boundaries? Do you think that the elephant they ran into was a legendary track star himself? I will enjoy reading your insights and comments, so please post them in the comment section below, and let's talk about it.
Thank you for watching Scary Animal Attacks. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button and clicking on the bell icon to keep you notified of our latest video releases. Sharing our video links on your social media might help save a life and spread the fun. As a member of our human network, be careful out there, because you don't want to end up on an episode of Scary Animal Attacks.